going on, some drama. So I saw it last night because, like, my mom was like, the New Orleans mayor is in trouble. But I was like, girl, she been in trouble because she messing around with that police officer, apparently. But, like, I don't know. I guess I missed a few chapters because the last thing I heard was the New Orleans, the police officer, Vappy, who she was messing with, his wife was divorcing him, which was years ago. And I think in her divorce petition, she alleged adultery, and I think it was an adultery, a fault based divorce based on adultery, whereas she said her husband was messing around with. Well, she didn't list the mayor's name, the sitting mayor's name, but I think it was initialed. So I'm like, I missed a few chapters because the band Vappy got indicted last summer. So, and now Mayor Control has been, or y'all TD, y'all like to call it TD, huh? Y'all TD got indicted. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna look at this tomorrow because, of course, I'm gonna do a pre-recorded video about this. Um, girl, what the? It's not funny, but it's just kind of like I didn't know the extent of the corruption. Because it's one thing. It's yeah, they're still they're being alleged to stealing taxpayers' dollars. But I didn't. A few years ago, when all this was going on, I didn't think it through or whatever the extent of what could be going on. And I was like, oh, she messed because like it was videos of them going to this apartment that's supposed to be for like official business only or something of the sort for the mayor. And people was like the news station, some people that work at the news station was staking out at that specific apartment, watching Mayor T and the police officer who's supposed to be her bodyguard. And as it has more as came out, because the question is he's using personal time when he's supposed to be working for the city of New Orleans, right? At the police department or as her bodyguard. But you up in here yin yang yanging with this woman in the damn apartment complex. So, anyways, he apparently got indicted last summer. And like I'm just rifling going through like some videos just to play catch up because clearly I missed a few chapters. But when he was under investigation, they asked him, "Do you have a personal relationship with, do you have a personal relationship with the mayor of New Orleans?" He said no. And come to find out, they was going on trips to Martha Vineyards, California, all types of places on taxpayers' dollars. Hey y'all, hey, good morning. All types of trips on taxpayer dollars, and so she's being accused of wire fraud and all types of stuff. And it's like, damn, New Orleans. Like, like she's the first sitting mayor in history to be indicted. Hey, y'all, good morning. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. So she's the first sitting mayor to be indicted because if y'all know Mayor Nagin back in the day, he got indicted as well. But this was like after he was no longer the mayor of New Orleans. So basically, this woman's personal business is put on blast because one, she's a public figure, but two, you cannot be messing around with your bodyguard. And if you are going to be messing around with your bodyguard, you gonna have to do that after work hours, not while he's on the clock. And so, girl, back in 2022, they was asking for the man timesheet to figure out like what is he doing because you're being funded by the taxpayers of New Orleans. And that woman, they refused to give up the man timesheet. Like, we know what he was doing now, right? But anyways, it came out yesterday that the mayor of New Orleans has been, I think she has 14 criminal charges, federal criminal charges from the indictment. Girl, it's a mess. It really is a mess. And so a lot of people was like, we told y'all she was corrupt. And the thing is, a lot of people do like identity politics. Like they vote for who looks like them, right? A lot of people do that. A lot of Dems do that, right? And not even just Democrats, but Republicans. But y'all really have to study the people who are running for your elections, whether specifically local elections is where it matters more than just like federal elections like the president. I mean, those matter as well, and those are big. But a lot of people don't turn up and show up for local elections. And now this is just a hot mess. And so a lot of people's like, oh, they coming after her because she's a black woman. Oh, they coming after her because she's black. She's the first woman, and then she's black at that. It's not always about that. The thing that I see, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. A lot, what I am seeing and what I've noticed within my working adult years is that there are black people, and I hate to say it. I hate, but I have to keep it real. There are some black people who do bad things, right? Because they feel like their white counterparts do it and get away with it. And that's just not, just because you feel like your white counterparts do crazy stuff and get away with it doesn't mean you need to do it, because you don't have the complexion for protection when it comes down to it at the end of the day. And that's just what we're seeing when it comes to Mayor Cantrell in New Orleans. And and that's what I'm saying also here in my town with something. And I'm not gonna even speak on it because it bothers me, because I have a personal relationship with someone who's been heavily in the news lately. And I say personal relationship, someone I knew before I became an attorney, and just as a mentor. But no, it's not about white people being cool like that. It's just a matter of just being ethical at the end of the day, regardless of white, black, brown, whatever. Just being our age, it's just a matter of being ethical and upholding your duties as a public figure. And so I guess this is her last term, y'all, because election season is here. It's in the city. Well, not I'm not in New Orleans, but and so people are like, y'all need to, vote better. So we'll see. But I'm like, what is going on in the city of New Orleans? Like I didn't know there was criminal investigations, and I guess I should have known, because like if you're stealing taxpayer dollars, like using personal time and you're not working, I can see that, right? But they were going on trips, and so she was questioned during an interview, right? As to like, are you going to reimburse the city of New Orleans? And sis was like, no, I'm not going to reimburse the city of New Orleans, because my mental health comes first. If I need to go on a trip, if I need to do X, Y, Z, I'm going to do it. And I was like, well, maybe they need to create a budget, right, for their public figures in New Orleans to have a mental health budget and whatever the case may be, instead of just, but nevertheless, she's apparently corrupt. And I will always say this, y'all, because both of them were married. Both Kentrell and Vappy were married. I think Vappy is now divorced. Kentrell was married, but her husband passed away. But at the time of them messing around, they both had significant spouses. And I will always say that a person who will step out on their spouse is a person that cannot be trusted. Like, because if you took vows under oath with God or whatever, or just took a vow oath with this person that you were planning to spend the rest of your life with, and you do things that are not trustworthy or disloyal, how can the city of New Orleans trust you to be a leader? You know? So that's just how I feel about it. Like, how can you trust her to be a leader, or someone you could trust if her own man couldn't trust her? So, but whatever, that's just it. But I mean, she claimed that she wasn't cheating, and of course that's what she's gonna say, right? But I think the facts are there. Like I think the feds are gonna be able to prove their prove their case in chief, right? Um, because we know the feds have a really strong track record. Now, what happened in that Diddy trial was a little different. Maureen Comey and them, they didn't bring it home. I'm not gonna say, you trolling, especially with that name. But anyways, but yeah, y'all, that's just my thoughts about it. I'm gonna do a pre-recorded video and do a breakdown of the timeline of like her and this man, because I was like, I clearly missed a few chapters. But y'all, Mayor TD might be going to jail. She might be going to jail. Will she be able to beat these? It's four, I believe it's, is it 14 charges? I think she has 14 criminal charges, and Vappy has 4 criminal indictment charges. So she should have known down the pipeline that she was under investigation by the feds, and that she was going to have some charges coming, especially if they charged him last summer. So she should have known it was coming. So I don't think this comes as no surprise to her or the people of New Orleans who's been paying attention. But clearly, since I missed a few chapters. So, anyways, y'all, yeah, I just want to hop on and talk about that real quick. Oh, while we on the subject of New Orleans, y'all, why apparently there are people who are making up fake Katrina stories. People making up fake Katrina stories. So I was on TikTok, and so this girl named Brittany Lachey or something like that is under fire because people are claiming she made a Katrina story because people from New Orleans are having questions as to like, so the big thing, right? So we know, and I wasn't there, but like I heard from stories from people who were actually in New Orleans that people were really getting, you know, essayed out there. People were getting essayed out in at the Superdome. So the girl who's under hot water right now on TikTok basically was saying that she was the girl in the bathroom with the man in the trench coat who was apparently essaying the girls. And so how she told the story is that I'm just gonna go to the Super Bowl. She named it Girl in the Dome if y'all look it up on TikTok. So she was saying she and her father would walk into the bathroom. I think she was like, it was her father, and her little sister. They walk into the bathroom and it was really dark, and her dad said, yell if something happens, right? So they in the bathroom, the girl is in the bathroom, and then the man in the trench coat is trying to essay people or whatever, whatever. And so she set out of a way to, how was the language that she used? Basically, a way to stay alive. She did not yell or anything because she wanted to stay alive. And so she's saying that the police got involved and they put the man in a trench coat on a boat. Now, mind you, they're at the Superdome. They put the man on that's in a trench coat that's essaying the women and children on a boat. They drill a hole in the boat and send him on his way in the water. Now, if y'all know anything about the Superdome as it pertains to Hurricane Katrina, babes, there was no water like around the Superdome like that because the buses had to travel. So like, and why would they waste their resources, such as a boat, for a man in a trench coat to send him on his way in? And where did the drill come from? Like, sis, you playing with us right now on the internet. Y'all need to exercise with discernment. Golly. When I heard that, and I tried to sit through all of it because, like, I mean, sis put on a production to tell this Katrina story, and it's just like I hate it. Like, it sounds so fake. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This is like I don't believe that happened. I think she might be. I think she's trying to monetize off of the Katrina stuff and tell a story because she's hearing other people, like she's seeing other people from New Orleans, and people are clocking her teeth saying she don't have the New Orleans accent. It was like I don't really think that matters because I know a lot of people from New Orleans who don't have that traditional New Orleans accent that people like. But that was the part of the story that got me when I heard that she was like the man. But the thing is, like, why you ain't call for your daddy? Your daddy said to yell, and I know you said you said out of survival you didn't yell, girl. How did the police get involved in if you didn't? It's just so many questions. It's so many questions. But it is sad. It's sad because it takes away from other people's stories. And now it makes people like now question, like, is this true? Is this not true? And it's just like when you should have just sat there and just not even involved. But whatever. But she said she don't have an accent because she was in Tennessee for the last 15 years. And that's what I was talking about in my Hurricane Katrina video. I was saying how so because she said she got displaced from New Orleans, put in Tennessee, and could not afford to go back to New Orleans. And that was my issue with it. That's why I brought up environmental racism. I don't know if I said it per se in that video, but that was my thing. When the levees broke and those people got displaced and it was like, I want to go to Baton Rouge, I want to go to New Orleans, I want to go whatever, wherever. Like they wanted to stay in the surrounding areas of Louisiana so that they can make it back to New Orleans. The people was sending them all across the country. And I feel like that was intentionally done because a lot of those people was poor and they knew they was going to have a hard time, if not ever be able to really make it back to New Orleans. And so that's what she was saying. And so I don't know. People said she took bits and pieces of other people's story and put her own twists and turns and stuff to it, because she really did make a production. But I'm gonna do a pre-recorded on that too. So y'all are getting like the exclusive of like what Brittany Janae is gonna talk about later on today. What are y'all gonna see? But Yeah, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. What y'all talking about? Doritos, tacos, locos. Okay. But yeah, y'all. Anyways, but I had to get on here and talk about this because Mayor Control is indicted. She might be going to jail. She might be going to federal prison. And people out here making fake Hurricane Katrina stories for clout. You know, she's making money off of other people's pain, and it's like it seemed believable. But when people in New Orleans started calling her out, and when it got to the point with the boat at the Superdome, because that didn't make sense to me. Why would you waste that resource to drill a hole in the boat? Like, ah, so, but there's a I heard a lot of horrific stories though. So I'm gonna do another video because also I want to talk about the Haitian earthquake and all of that and talk and tie that in with Hurricane Katrina because like the rabbit hole goes deep, y'all, when it comes to like environmental racism and all the things that are happening in our world. Um, yeah. So, anyways, y'all, do y'all have any questions? This is like a little fun Saturday morning chat because your girl been busy. Your girl been busy because I don't know. I haven't been able to really record like that for y'all, but I'm gonna get back on it today. So y'all gonna probably get about 5 videos from me. 5 videos from me today just because I've been gone for so long. And y'all know like in the world of like social media, when you're not on for like 3 days, the world forgets about you. And it's been like 3 days, but I was on live yesterday. I don't know if y'all caught that. I like to go live randomly. Do y'all want me to start posting ahead of time, like in a post session, like, hey, y'all, I'm going live at this time? Because sometimes I just like to get on here and talk to y'all. Can you do a video about Diddy's? What I'm going to talk about? More oil, more oil. Y'all, Armand was under high fire for that. I like Armand Wiggins. But I was like, that looked crazy. When they had him out there with that crazy woman, throwing that oil on him and her, more oil, more oil. I got it because I watch Armand. But that shit look crazy as hell for him to be doing it. I'm not talking about Diddy and his baby oil. I should have covered the trial, but it was like I was so busy this summer. I was in court. I was in court a lot. I had a lot of hearings in court, so I didn't have time to really sit and cover the Diddy trial because I'm not a full-time YouTuber, so I don't have that kind of time. But I guess I could have gave like a little updates here and there. But I did when I was on live, like this. When I hop on live, I did. But that would be cool. What do y'all? Okay, besides Diddy and his baby oil, what y'all want to talk about? Because I'm gonna talk about y'all TD Control. I'm gonna talk about the Hurricane Katrina fake stories that's been floating around on TikTok. I may talk about the Haitian earthquake today and tie that in with Hurricane Katrina. What else? Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. What y'all got planned today? Cause I got plans today, so I won't. What y'all doing today? Besides like outside, tell me what y'all want me to talk about today, and also tell me what y'all plans are, and I might tell y'all what I'm doing. I need to cook because we've been ordering takeout. Because when I tell y'all these last couple of days have been crazy, and I keep getting sick, and I'm just getting a voice. Because if y'all watch my last couple of videos, I did not have a voice. Like I'm not gonna say I didn't have a voice, but my voice was like super super hoarse. Oh my goodness. All right, it don't look like y'all have. It looked like y'all done hopped off. Okay, can we talk about how I didn't hear about that. I heard that. So what I'm hearing, y'all don't see the picture, my profile picture, and I have buku videos. So you can go, how about you go, I don't like your name. So I'm not going to. So anyways, so I heard that, I don't know, TikTok be lying, and I need to look into this. But people on TikTok was saying how it's illegal to have to talk to dolphins. That's what people on TikTok are saying. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. I might look into the dolphin thing, but I know I have not heard about that, and maybe you can provide some insight. But you probably trolling. I'm not even gonna say your name because your name is crazy. Like, why is that your name? And why? Girl. Oh my goodness. Y'all are a mess. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel for sure. For sure, you're right. Do that for me. Okay. I'm about to hop off because I don't see any more comments rolling in. So I'm about to hop off, y'all. Unless y'all don't have anything else. Mr. H. What about these dolphins you want me to say? Because I didn't hear about that. Because are you trolling or are you serious? Because with a name like that, you sound like a troll. Y'all are funny. But yeah, so I'm probably not gonna talk about that. I might look into the dolphin thing if y'all are subscribed. Well, how do you? Well, why are they doing that? If it's a real thing, why are they doing it? What's up with the dolphins? What's going on? Because okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about NASA. So there's been a lot of discourse about NASA, because we know NASA started off exploring the ocean and stuff like that. And I find it hard to believe that NASA stopped exploring the ocean and truly only 90% of the ocean has been unexplored. There's so much that we don't know. And they stopped and started like exploring outer space. I, I don't. So like, it could be some truth to what you're saying. For some odd reason, they were trying to communicate with the dolphins. For some, they're saying it's illegal to talk to dolphins. I mean, that's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's illegal. I don't know how true that is. That sounds absolutely crazy. I do know dolphins are smart, are smart beings, but I'm just wondering, and maybe we could talk about it. Maybe I could tie that into my NASA conversation as to why NASA stopped, so say, exploring the ocean, which I don't believe, and started like, I might have to put that on my membership though. I don't know. I might, because that's a conspiracy. I might have to put that in my membership because I don't know like how YouTube will push that. I may put most of that conversation because I have in my membership, behind my membership, and then put some of it like that I feel like might be YouTube appropriate. Because I do have a conspiracy mind when it comes to a lot of things. It happened sometime in the 50s. Okay, I'll look into it. Because I am wanting to go on a CIA website and read documents and stuff like that. Because I am that. And I mean, I hate the term really conspiracy theory because a lot of the stuff that people deem a conspiracy is turning out to be true. But I guess you call it a conspiracy until you can prove it otherwise. Happens. Mr. H, I feel like because of your name, I feel like you're trolling. Like I cannot take you serious. You gonna have to change your name if you want me to take you serious in what you're saying. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna get off on here. I'm about to get off. Make sure y'all subscribe because it's almost 7:30 where I'm at. I'm still in the bed. And I need to get up and move my body around. Well, drop the link, bruh. I don't know. Can you do that? It might be a spam link. Or tell me where to go. What website? Because I don't, like, your name is not trustworthy. I'm so sorry. I don't trust your name. Well, drop the link then. Or send me the website. And I tell you, I will look into it. But yeah, y'all. Oh my God. Speaking of corruption in the world and all types of craziness before I get off, y'all heard about that stuff with Rashida and her children? About them setting this man up, T Hood. Girl, I don't know these folks. T Hood, but Rashida been trending and it's been funny. Rashida got bags. Her husband's a girl. Her career is over. All over the world. My name's Rashida. I rap like Shawty Lo. Let me stop. Anyways, Rashida's been trending, but not for good things because one K Michelle out here on her tour singing her Rashida Got Bags song, and then apparently Rashida's children and got caught up in the unaliving of some rapper. And they say, but whatever. But anyways, I say all this, but besides all that, New Orleans got some problems. And it's like, Y'all just got to pick a good leader because I know New Orleans was having a lot of issues with I don't know if it's still a thing, but like the crime rate in New Orleans was really bad recently with carjacking and just people apparently pew pewing outside of the windows at other people. And I know like my brother-in-law when he was in New Orleans, was it like 2 years ago maybe? Like his car was broken into. He was at a hotel or somewhere, and I think no, he was in a parking garage, and his car and all of the other cars were broken into, and the police never showed up. And that's the thing I'm hearing a lot of people like they say when they're calling the police in New Orleans, they're not showing up or they have to leave a message or something like that, like unless it's something super serious. Because it reminded me of this girl who was saying she was in New Orleans leaving the club and someone was trying to basically kidnap her. And like she didn't get a response till hours later from the police department. I don't know if it's still bad like that, but I think that was like 2 summers ago when that was happening. I don't know if they've cleaned it up because I know now the big talk, right, is what's going on in DC, and I need to look into that, and I may talk about that later. But like a lot of people are mad because Trump is getting tough on crimes in DC, and the plan is to expand his orders in places like Los Angeles, I want to say Oakland, New York, and stuff like that. And I know it's really controversial because a lot of people is like, well, he needs to get tough on crime and clean up the cities and clean this up. I don't know. I don't have an opinion because I don't know exactly what's going on just yet. But I did hear like I didn't even understand Al Sharpton response. So girl, I need to look into that to find out like what's going on because I may talk about what's going on in DC later in Donald Trump's order. But when I talk about I don't know when I talk about politics, y'all don't watch. I don't know why that is. Maybe I need to title and thumbnail it better to make it more juicy because y'all like mess. Y'all really do. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel if y'all haven't already. My name is Brittany Janae. I've been on here for about 30 minutes with y'all, just cutting up and talking about whatever. But once the 30-minute mark hit, we got 3 minutes. I'm hopping off unless y'all have something else y'all want me to talk about. I like weird stuff too. Are you subscribed to my channel, Mr. H? Because I'm curious if you saw. Are you subscribed? That's my first question. You can get on here and tell me lies. Because if you do, I have like videos like about the Annabelle doll and stuff like that. And I'm planning my Halloween content for y'all because I do like Halloween. So like I'm planning my Halloween content. I don't want to tell y'all just yet of what I'm doing, but I gotta start filming my Halloween content in September. It'll be in September. I'm not oh well you need to subscribe if you like weird stuff. But so I'm planning my Halloween content. Some things I'm like apprehensive about doing, but I want to do, but I'm like, yeah, because like I'm in Louisiana and y'all know we have a lot of haunted stuff here. And I was going to take y'all on haunted tours, but it's like, girl, I don't even know if I want that type of energy. I don't even know if I want that type of energy. So I'm trying to plan my content for the month of October for y'all. It's going to be lit. The goal really is for me to do daily content every day for the rest of this year for y'all. That's really what I'm just planning on doing. And that's why, like, when I haven't posted in like 2 days or a day, I try to hop on live so I can just talk to y'all at the very least. So, that is a crazy comment. Why would you leave that in somebody's comment? Y'all are some straight up trolls. But it's okay. It's engagement, right? But not all engagement is good engagement. Because I live by the rule, all publicity is good publicity when it comes to my channel. All engagement is good, even if I don't like it. But whatever. So I don't know. We'll see how October goes. But I'm gonna start filming for that stuff next month to make sure I really do post every single day for y'all for the month of October because I really have some good things, some interesting things to talk about, especially being in Louisiana where it's like extremely freaking crazy and extremely haunted. I'm about to go because y'all are disgusting me. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm disgusted. Bye.